Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, teacher.
Good morning, madam. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, madam.
Had breakfast, all of you? Good morning, children. Had breakfast? No? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Someone, no, ma'am. Okay. As soon you finish your class, have breakfast. Now enjoy the class. So we have completed the quantum numbers. And we are in electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. So electronic means regarding the electron. Configuration means arrangement. Configuration means arrangement. So yesterday we begin arrangement of electrons. Arrangement of electrons in different orbitals. So I told that we have to follow three rules. The very first one is Aufbau principle. Aufbau principle. I'll write shortly. In place of principle, I'll write rule. Both are same. So you have to fill the first electrons in the low energy level. Then after that, high energy level. Here, Aufbau is no more scientist. He is no more scientist. It's not the scientist name. It is what? A German or a French word. A German or French word, which means increasing, building up of, going up. Means the electrons first fill in low energy. Step by step, they move into what? High energy. Okay? So here, first you have to, or we have to decide the energy of orbital. And one thing remember, orbital is no more like eggshell or any house or any room like thing. How if we ourselves we think that we are electron, and how we are living in a house. Don't think that electron live in orbitals. It's not true. Electron is bindas type. Bindas. Okay. తనకి ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు ఎక్కడైనా తిరగవచ్చు. బట్ ఎక్కడ తిరగాలి? న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టూ తిరగాలి. Around the nucleus, electron has to revolve. And around the nucleus, the electron is revolving in three dimensions. X, Y, Z. So, the three-dimensional X, Y, Z, the 3D space around the nucleus, where we can find electron. Where we can find electron. Nucleus chuttu electron ni find out chese 3D space ni emantamu orbital antam. Okay, the space around the nucleus, this is nucleus, the space, the 3D space around the nucleus where we can find electron is called orbital. And if we can't find electron, the space around which can't find electron, That space is nodal plane or node. And orbital given by psi square. So for orbital, the psi square value must be 95%. In some books, 98%. Means it must be definitely 95%. And for nodal plane, node, as I told, N-O-D-E, node, remove D. What is left? From N-O-D-E, as you remove D, N-O-D-E, as you remove the D, what is left? No electron. For which psi square equal to 0. Nodal plane or node. So now, here, wherever you find electron around the nucleus, that space is called orbital. So, when you fill the electrons in different orbitals, you must follow 3 rules. The very first one is Aufbau principle. Second, Hund's rule, or you can say Hund's rule. The third is Pauli's principle. P-A-U-L-I. Pauli's principle. So, according to this Pauli's principle, we have to first decide the energy of orbital or energy of electron. So, remember energy of, right here, this is what? Energy of orbital. Energy of orbital is equals to N plus L, where N is principal quantum number value of electron. L is azimuthal quantum number value of electron, where principal quantum number, primary energy, that is energy of orbit. Azimuthal quantum number, secondary energy, that is energy of sublevel, suborbit, because it is present in orbit, subdivision of orbit, hence called suborbit, sublevel, because the orbit is called main level. Orbit is a main level. So, the sum of the primary energy and secondary energy, where secondary energy means azimuthal quantum number. Azimuthal quantum number. So, the sum of these two, principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number, is energy of orbital. And not only that, as I told, orbital is no more a shell, no more eggshell like, no more a room, no more a home, house, how we live in that. It is what? Orbital, the space wherever you can find electron, that space is called orbital. Ante మీకు ఎలక్ట్రాన్ న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టూ ఎక్కడైతే దొరికిందో అక్కడ నువ్వు పట్టుకోవాలి. అర్థమవుతుందా? న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టూ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఇక్కడ దొరికిందో అక్కడ పట్టుకోవాలి. దాని చుట్టూ ఉన్న ఎలక్ట్రాన్ చుట్టూ ఉన్న ఆ 3D స్పేస్ ఏమంటారు? ఆర్బిటాల్ అంటారు. గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఓకేనా? ఆర్బిటాల్స్ అనేవి గిన్నెల్లాగా, చిప్పల్లాగా, హౌస్ లాగా, ఎక్స్ లాగా ఉండవు. ఏంటిది అవి? ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఎక్కడ వరకు దొరికిందో దాని చుట్టూన్న స్పేస్ ఏమంటారు? 3D స్పేస్ ని ఆర్బిటాల్. అంటే నేను ఒకవేళ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ అనుకోండి, ఇప్పుడు నేను కుకట్పల్లిలో ఉన్నాను. కుకట్పల్లి నా ఆర్బిటాల్. అదే నేను మీ క్యాంపస్ వచ్చాను అనుకోండి, నిజాంపేట్ క్యాంపస్ పేరు, అప్పుడు నేను నిజాంపేట్ లో ఉంటాను. ఆ నిజాంపేట్ స్పేస్ అండి నా ఆర్బిటాల్. అలాగే మీరందరు ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ అనుకుంటే, మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడైతే ఉన్నారో ఎక్కడ మిమ్మల్ని ఫైండ్ నేను చేయగలుగుతానో ఆ స్పేస్ ఏమంటారు? ఆ 3D స్పేస్ ని ఆర్బిటాల్. అండ్ ఆర్బిటాల్ షేప్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? మేడం చెప్పారు, ఎస్ ఆర్బిటాల్ అయితే స్పెరికల్, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ పి ఆర్బిటాల్ డంబుల్, d orbital double. Okay, see here once again. అసలు ఆర్బిటాలే లేదని చెప్తున్నాను నేను, వింటున్నారా? ఎక్కడ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ దొరికిందో ఆ స్పేస్ ని ఆర్బిటాల్ అంటే ఇక్కడ చూడండి. సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ ఈస్ s electron of s orbital means myself electron is revolving around the nucleus in spherical shape. And nucleus చుట్టూ స్పెరికల్ గా పల్టీలు కొడుతున్నాను, తిరుగుతున్నాను. ఆ స్పేస్ ఎలా ఉంటుంది? షేప్ స్పెరికల్ గా ఉంటుంది. అదే ఇప్పుడు హర్ష అనుకుందాం, హర్షవర్ధన్, మల్లగారి హర్షవర్ధన్. ఓకే, మల్లగారి హర్షవర్ధన్ చూస్తున్నావు కదా. హర్షవర్ధన్ వచ్చేసి ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఆఫ్ p ఆర్బిటాల్ అనుకుందాం. ఏంటది? ఎలక్ట్రాన్ ఆఫ్ p ఆర్బిటాల్. అయితే ఆర్బిటాల్ p ఆర్బిటాల్ షేప్ ఏంది? డంబుల్ అంటే ఇలా ఉంటుంది, 2 లోబ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా, 2 లోబ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అంటే హర్షవర్ధన్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు అంటే న్యూక్లియస్ చుట్టూ ఇలా తిరుగుతున్నాడు. See, this is what nucleus. So around the nucleus this p electron moving like a wave. See, trough, crest, then trough, crest. So this is what movement of electron as a wave around the nucleus, but not in the nucleus. Around the nucleus as a dumbbell shape. So this space is what? Orbital based on its direction. Whether it is along x-axis, px, along y-axis, py, along z-axis, pz. Understood? So here, therefore, the energy of orbital is equal to n plus L value, the principal quantum number and azimuthal quantum number. As we know, azimuthal quantum number is the secondary energy, at the same time explains the shape of orbital. And this energy of orbital only nothing but energy of electron. So first one has to calculate the energy of different orbital electrons according to n plus L rule. So I will take few orbitals. So in Aubert principle, the very first one rule is n plus L. Then one more rule is there. Wait, I'll write. One more rule is there, that is N rule. Above contain 2 rules. The first is n plus L, which decides the energy of electron and energy of orbital. The second is N rule. We'll first calculate energies of orbitals with n plus L. Then we'll follow the N rule. So I'll take first orbital 1s. Okay, in first orbit only n square number of orbitals. N equal to 1. 1 square, only one orbit in first orbit. One orbital in first orbit. So its energy for this n value is 1. For s, L value is 0. What is the energy? 1. The next second orbit. In second orbit, you find 2 sublevels and 4 orbitals. For orbitals, according to principal quantum number, n square is a formula. So second orbit, n equal to 2. So 2 square is 4. So 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz. So this 2p will have 3 different orbitals. Px, py and pz. Remember, this all px, py, pz will have same energy. Such are called degenerated orbitals. So now for 2s energy. For 2s, n equal to 2. For s, L equal to 0. So its energy is 2. So 1 is less, 2 is more. So now 1s less energy, 2s is more energy. Next 2p, N equal to 2, for P, L equal to 1. What is energy? 3. So this is what energy order. Next, what you get? 3s. For this, N equal to 3, and next, for S, L equal to 0. Alright, for these two, 2p and 3s, you have same N plus L value. Yes or not? So, in this case, when N plus L value is same, in this case, you have to follow N rule. Is that clear? For 2p, N value is 2. For 3s, N value is 3. So, which N value is more? 3 is more. So, when two orbitals, when two sublevels have same N plus L value, then apply the N rule, where higher the N value, more is the energy. So 3s orbital is more energy than 2p. Is that clear? Higher the N value, higher is the energy of a orbital. In what case? If for two different orbitals, N plus L value is same. Next, 3s, we'll go for the 3p. For 3p orbital, N equal to 3, for P, L equal to 1. L equal to 1. So what is energy now? It is 3 plus 1, 4. Obvious, 4 is more than the 3. Okay, these, though they are, this 3, for 2p and 3s, they are equal. Okay, equal, but energy of 3s is more. So I'll write here what it is, equal, and this greater symbol indicates the 3s. Next, after this, 3p, I have to fill what? Higher energy. You're not going for 3d. You're going for what? 4s. Why, madam? See here. See here, all of you. I'll use this side board. See here. I'm calculating for 4s. 4s and 3d. Can you see, people? Okay. 4s and 3d. For 4s, see all of you, N value is 4. L, azimuthal quantum number value is 0. So 4 plus 0, N plus L is 4. For 3d, N equal to 3. For D, L equal to 2. Because L equal to 0, yes. L equal to 1, P. L equal to 2, D. So for 3D, for D, L equal to, so it is 3D, 3 plus 2. So everyone knows what is 3 plus 2? हम तो बचपन में सीख लिए, फर्स्ट क्लास सेकंड क्लास में क्या होता? 5. So now tell me, in between 4 and 5, which is higher energy? 5. So 4s energy is 4 and 3d energy is 5. So here, remember, the 3d is more energy and 4s is less energy. So I'll come back. I'll come back here. So after the 3p, we are writing 4s. We are taking what? 4s. Because its energy is 4 plus 0, which is 4. And next is 3d, which is 3 plus 2, 5. Now once again, see here, between 3p and 4s, once again their energy is same. Can you see? 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 0, 4. So what you have to follow? N rule you have to follow. So 3, N equal to 3 is less, N equal to 4 is more. So therefore 4s is more energy, 3p is less energy. Though their N plus L value is same. So in this way, we have to first fill the electrons. So when you fill the electrons, you have to follow the order. 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s, 3d, so. And listen all of you carefully. One thing. This is what Auber principle. This is Auber principle. And if you arrange all these orbitals, 1s, 2s, all these orbitals, increasing order of their energy, you will get a diagram. You will get a diagram. And the diagram is constructed by a person, a scientist. Or who is that scientist name? Give me the answer in chat box. Because I have muted you all. Okay, write in the chat box. If I only tell everything, what you share with me? Tell me the name of the scientist. Very good. Euler's diagram. Yes. So Auber principle is what? Arrangement of orbitals. Very good. Okay. Auber principle is what? Arrangement of orbitals or electrons in increasing order of their energies. So the diagram which represents arrangement of orbitals in increasing order is called Euler's diagram. Then one thing I want to tell you, see here, this you may get a question in atomic structure or maybe in the next chapter, periodic table. See here. Now, listen all of you. Yes, ma. Thank you. Everyone responding. Very good. Euler's diagram. Now listen carefully. See. Now, when we watch cricket in television, okay, not in stadium. When we watch cricket in television, you check a run rate. Run rate means speed. The speed of runs per hour. I hope everyone knows cricket. Per hour, 6 balls are there. Then you may get 6 runs or less than 6 runs, or you may get maximum. Tell me how many maximum runs you will get per hour. Per hour, 36. 6. Yes or not? 6 36. Or if it is any, very good. If it is any wide or no ball, you may get addition also. I know cricket. Yes or not? Good. So per hour, how many runs you may get maximum? 36 or 36 plus 1 plus 2 like that. If bad bowler is there. Yes, if bad bowler is there. So for each hour, first hour, second hour, third hour, you get what? Run rate. So something like picture. You will get something like a picture. So say it is first hour. It is second hour. Then this is third hour. And this is fourth hour. And this is fifth hour. Yes or not? Then this is large, big, sixth hour. You get something like this bars. For first hour, these many runs. This height of the bar tell you the runs. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So in which hour you got highest runs? Sixth hours. Yes or not? Sixth hour. So here for each hour, how many runs are obtained? How many runs are struck? This is what? A graph. It's a graph. And this graph contains vertical lines, and this graph is called bar graph. Yes or not? BAR, bar graph. Is that clear? Bar graph. So in the same way, if you keenly observe the long form of periodic table, or modern periodic table, you find 18 vertical columns. 18 vertical columns. All these 18 vertical columns are what? Groups. Okay, groups. So the modern periodic table is what? Just like a bar graph of Auber principle. So note this point in mind and notes and check today only, because by next week we are going to start periodic table. So long form of periodic table or modern periodic table is the bar graph of Auber principle, in which you find elements arranged in their increasing order of atomic number. Is that clear? Okay. So this is what our principle. The second is Hund's rule. Hund's rule. This is Hund's rule of maximum spin multiplicity. Maximum spin multiplicity. See, this is applicable. This is applicable only in case of, listen all of you, only in case of sublevels, that is P sublevel, D sublevel, F sublevel, but not for S, because a condition. The sublevel must have more than one orbital. The sublevel must have more than one orbital. So S sublevel having only one orbital. So it is not applicable. It is not applicable to the S sublevel. Only applicable for what? P, D, F sublevels, or in higher class after F you have G, H also. But here up to degree also you're learning SPDF. Need not to worry at all about this all things GH. So Hund's rule applicable for what? PDF sublevels. Now all of you please see carefully. Why for PDF? Why for PDF? See here. If L equal to 1, azimuthal quantum number value L equal to 1, how many M values possible? 2L plus 1. Means what is that? 2 into 1 plus 1. What is this value? 3. And I told that this is number of orbitals. This is number of orbitals. So each M is orbital. How many orbitals possible? 3 orbitals. So take now, if it is 2p orbital, this 2p orbital or 2p sublevel. For 2p sublevel, what is the n plus L value? N equal to 2. For P, L equal to 1. Just now I wrote here. So 2p energy is 3. So how many orbitals possible? 3 orbitals. That is 2px, 2py, 2pz, 2pz. Okay. So the large boxes here. The large boxes I have written. The large boxes. This is L equal to 1 and this is P sublevel. And this is having M equal to 3 values. -1, +1 and 0. Each one is one orbital, one orientation. So Px orbital, Pz orbital, Py orbital. So when you fill electrons in this PDF, they contain what? Further divided. The sublevels contain further orbitals for each of this. For 2px, 2py, 2pz, the energy is same. The n plus L value is same. What is that? 3. So a sublevel, PDF sublevels contain orbitals which are further same energy. So all the 3 orbitals of P sublevel equal energy, same energy, called degenerated orbitals. In the same way, very good, degenerated orbitals, very good. In the same way, D sublevel contain 5 orbitals which are same energy, degenerated orbitals. F sublevel contain 7 orbitals which are all same energy. N plus L value will be same. So here, now when you fill the P sublevel, 3 different orbitals, the maximum electrons how many can accommodate? 6. sublevel is 6, but one orbital can have only 2 electrons. But one orbital can have only 2 electrons. So when you fill the degenerate orbitals, must follow the Hund's rule. So fill. Now it is first electron, second electron, third electron. First fill the degenerate orbitals with each orbital with single electron, just spinning in same direction. Then after that, pairing. It is fourth electron, spin pairing. Fifth electron, spin pairing. Sixth electron, spin pairing. So blue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So p sublevel can have 6 electrons, but p orbital can have how many electrons? 2. Listen, all of you, wherever you find question like this, how many number of electrons can accommodated in s orbital or p orbital or f orbital? If you heard voice, one orbital, only 2 electrons. Orbital can have only 2 electrons with opposite spin, and that self is Pauli's principle. Very good. And for this, I have given notes also. And today also, I send the some 16 or 17 questions also. Please go through them. Okay. I have taken from our material only. With the reason I have written, 4 pages I have written, so please go through it. So according to Hund rule, whenever you have degenerate orbitals, according to Hund's rule, first they are each orbital singly filled with 1 electron, it is spinning in one direction, same direction. Then pairing takes place. This Hund's rule. The third is Pauli's principle. According to this, any one orbital can have 2 electrons only. They must have opposite spin. Itself is Pauli's. Because the Pauli's, P-A-U-L-I-S, Pauli's principle is what? If you take any 2 electrons, the time is running out. If you take any 2 electrons, of an orbital, of same orbital, or any 2 electrons from any orbital of an atom, it's a condition that the 4 quantum numbers, principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and a spin quantum number, these all should not be same. If 3 are okay, if 3 may be same, but at least any one of them must be different. Okay, any one of them must be different. It's a condition that any 2 electrons of an orbital or an atom should not have all the 4 same quantum numbers. At least they differ in one quantum number. So, if you take the 2 electrons of same orbital, but the same orbital, principal quantum number will be same, azimuthal quantum number will be same, magnetic quantum number will be same, but the orbital electrons always have different spin. So if I take helium, atomic number 2, 1s2. So this 1s2, I'm taking the orbital represented as a circle, electrons as a arrow. So first electron, this is spinning clockwise, second one anti-clockwise. So for first electron, plus half, second electron minus half, but both are present in same, n equal to 1. For s, l equal to 0. Since l equal to 0, m will be 0. For First electron, second electron, N, L, M are same, but they differ in what? Spin quantum number. It is Pauli's principle. So an orbital can have only 2 electrons and they differ in a spin of electron. In the same way, any 2 electrons of the atom must have different quantum numbers. At least they may differ in 1 quantum number or 2 quantum numbers. If all are different, then okay. So remember, always azimuthal quantum number value must be less than principal quantum number. A homework to you, all of you. Why lithium? Right, all of you? Why lithium do not have 1s3? Do not have. Yesterday also gave, but nobody answered me. Tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I want to answer for this. Why lithium do not have 1s3? Why this 1s3 is impossible? Is that clear? Why lithium do not have 1s3? S to the power 3. 1s3 configuration. So tomorrow we'll see the electronic configuration of some ions and atoms. I hope you will be knowing what is isoelectronic word. Iso means same. Listen all of you better. Iso means same. Electronic means regarding electrons. So isoelectronic means maybe more than one. That is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Many things are there. Many species are there. But they must have same number of electrons. Same number of electrons, which is known as isoelectronic species. But time is getting up. Okay. So I hope you all understood. Almost the syllabus is completed. Tomorrow I'm going to take 2 classes. Study over also. Try to attend the class, please. We'll do some bits, means some examples. I have already sent you the notes and some questions. If you all attend the class, we can do some more. We can discuss. You can chat with me.